Late one Friday evening, under a sky painted in gold and peach hues, Amara Okafor, a 29-year-old black nurse from Lagos, Nigeria, stood barefoot on the smooth marble floor of the private terminal in JFK International Airport. She had just finished a grueling 12-hour shift on a medical exchange program and was utterly drained. Her flight home had been delayed for the third time, and she desperately needed rest. So, when an assistant in a sharp suit whispered, "Ma'am, your jet is ready," and gestured toward the tarmac, Amara blinked, hesitated, and followed. Before we continue, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell to get notified for more, share to friends. Where are you watching from? Please tell us in the comments. We love seeing how far our story goes. The sleek Gulfstream G700 gleamed under the runway lights. Inside, the interior oozed wealth, hand-stitched leather seats, crystal glasses, champagne on ice. Amara lowered herself into the closest chair, unsure but too tired to care. "This can't be economy class," she muttered, chuckling to herself. But minutes later, just as she was closing her eyes, the door clicked open. In stepped a tall, well-groomed man in an all-black tailored suit, phone pressed to his ear. His voice, deep and commanding, paused the moment he saw her. "Who are you?" he asked, eyebrows raised. I'm Amara. I thought this was the flight to Lagos." He blinked, looked at her again, and laughed, a rich, surprised kind of laugh. "You're on my jet. I'm not going to Lagos. I'm headed to Paris." Amara's heart dropped. She stood abruptly. "Oh my God! I am so sorry. The man at the gate just waved me in. I didn't mean." He raised a hand. "Relax. Sit down. You look exhausted." Confused, Amara hesitated, then slowly sat back down. "I'll leave immediately." But the engines had already started to hum. The pilot's voice buzzed through the intercom, "Mr. Davenport, we're clear for takeoff." Amara gasped. "Wait, Davenport? As in Elijah Davenport? The billionaire?" He nodded with a smirk. "That's me. But I have to admit, this is the first time someone's accidentally boarded my plane." Amara groaned. "This is the most embarrassing moment of my life." "It might become the most memorable," Elijah said, settling into the seat across from her, his eyes twinkling with curiosity. Over the next few hours in the sky, something unexpected happened. The two began talking. What started as awkward small talk turned into deep conversation. Elijah, used to hollow praise and fake people, was stunned by Amara's honesty and compassion. She spoke of tending to dying patients, working long hours, sending money home, and dreaming of opening a mobile clinic in Africa. "You have no idea how rare your kind of heart is," he said softly. "And you have no idea how crazy this situation is," she replied, laughing for the first time in days. When they landed in Paris, Elijah made a bold choice. "Why don't you stay for the weekend? I'll fly you to Lagos after. You've worked harder than anyone I know. You deserve something good." Amara hesitated. Every logical fiber in her body screamed, no. But there was something genuine in his eyes. "So, against all reason," she said, "Okay. But I want to pay for my meals." He grinned. "Deal." The weekend in Paris was like something out of a movie, except it wasn't a fairy tale. It was real. They strolled along the Seine, visited museums, talked politics over croissants, and even danced under the Eiffel Tower. Amara saw the world through his lens, of influence, wealth, and pressure. Elijah, meanwhile, saw life through hers, resilience, humility, and grit. One evening at a restaurant in Le Marais, a rude manager tried to move Amara to a different table, assuming she was staff. Before she could react, Elijah stood up. "She's my guest," he said sternly, "and the most important person in this room." The manager's face turned red, and he was immediately dismissed by Elijah's French team. That moment, for Amara, cemented something deeper. But just as the warmth between them grew, so did a chilling twist. Back in New York, the story of a black nurse who boarded a billionaire's jet by mistake leaked to the press. Headlines twisted it into a scandal. "Gold digger manipulates billionaire," they read. Elijah's board demanded answers. His assistant, who had mistakenly ushered Amara, was fired immediately. Investors panicked. Amara saw the backlash and prepared to walk away. "This is your world," she told him, "and I don't belong in it." But Elijah stopped her. "Don't you see? You are what this world needs. Not the brands, not the suits, not the fake smiles. You." He called a press conference and, in front of cameras, told the full story. "She didn't chase money. She didn't even know who I was. She reminded me of what humanity looks like." The internet exploded, with support. Nurses, doctors, working women, and millions of ordinary people flooded the comments with love. Finally, someone real. Someone kind. Someone brave. A month later, Elijah funded Amara's Dream, a mobile medical unit serving rural villages in West Africa. But he didn't stop there. He showed up in Lagos, dressed in scrubs, ready to help. In one scene that went viral, Elijah carried a child into the clinic, and Amara was right behind him, leading the team. What began as a mistake in a private terminal became a movement of compassion and change. Moral lesson: life can shift in the blink of an eye. One small action, intentional or not, can open doors to life-altering encounters. Kindness, humility, and staying true to your values always win, even when the world misunderstands you. It's not where you're from or what you have, it's what you do with where you've been. The world doesn't need more billionaires. It needs more humans. Let us know in the comments, what would you have done in Amara's shoes?